Part 2. Fizz. The charcoal-colored figure never understood fizzes. At least that's what she claimed when she was asked. In truth, they frightened her. They shake an elemental to the core. Many say it's an exciting experience. The Shadow noted early on that a lot of the elementals who said that were the more stable ones that couldn't disappear so easily. Yet here she is, early, waiting for the light to show up, shifting the indigo shadows that make up her shawl. They never felt this unnatural before. Some elementals find the false emittance uncomfortable, but she never did. Not until now. It will fade. Nothing lasts forever. And if it gets worse, perhaps that's a fair price to pay. "Hi, Indigo! I hope I didn't keep you waiting," the light calls out, joining her and sending in an order for a fizz. "You didn't," the Shadow says quickly, perhaps too quickly. The small orbs around the light elemental are more refreshing than destructive this time, now that she isn't so overwhelmed. Without the stress, she can take in the rest of the light's appearance. The light is pure white, with the occasional pale yellow and pink streaks throughout her tendrils. Her emittance is shaped to resemble a cloud, completely covering her core. The fluffy texture is dotted with denser clusters, stylized to look like water, dripping off like rain. No, it's like spring, she reminds herself. She was likely inspired by New Spring, the latest show all the elementals are obsessed with. A story about a dual elemental who uses her winter emittance to conceal her spring core because she fears being rejected. "I like your style, White Light," the Shadow says. She's not sure if that's what she should call her. The light referring to her as Indigo is a contradiction she can't decipher. Referring to her false emittance is a formality, but just using her color is so intimate. The light elemental shines brighter. Perhaps it's because the Shadow spends so much time in a dead world, but she finds elementals difficult to read. "Thank you," the light says, fluffing up the cloud-like tendrils. The dense clusters shoot out. She looks like a dog shaking water off her fur. It really is impressive. The Shadow wonders if it was professionally done, and then wonders if the light is the type who would respond positively to that loaded inquiry. "I loved New Spring. I don't think I've loved one like that in a long time." The world has, the Shadow thinks. The illuminated world always manages to find a light show or art display they love, one the Shadow can never understand. "It was beautiful," the Shadow says, because she does try. She tries so hard, so much so that she's learned how to imitate caring in a way that doesn't make elementals recoil. To say you like something when someone says they love it, you might as well say you hate it. "It was," the White Light says. "I think everyone can relate to it. Everyone worries about not being fully accepted. Everyone hides a piece of themselves." What part of you do you hide? Is your core not light like every tendril that comes from it? Yes, the Shadow agrees. I think. She trails off. That's a loaded opinion. Best not said. "You think?" the light asks, prompting her to continue. The Shadow knows she should continue. She knows she shouldn't make the light push her to continue. "I think," she continues, "it feels like she's about to step over the edge of a cliff." "It's comforting," she lies, retreating to safety. "It's nice to think that everyone has a bit of themselves they keep hidden. It means we're not as different as we seem." "I never thought of it that way," the light marvels. "It is." The Shadow had never thought of it that way either, and saying the sentiment out loud, she disagrees with it. But she can't say the truth. She can't say how horrifying she finds it that so many elementals relate to that show. It means so many of them have something they're keeping hidden. And sometimes the only solace she can find when she goes out is that nothing is hidden. As awful as it can be, it's all out there. There are no surprises. "What's your favorite light show?" the light elemental asks, lightly ending the discussion. The light hadn't found her interesting enough to converse with beyond this short burst. The shadow wonders if she should have stepped over the edge of the cliff. Her fear of heights is unreasonable. She floats like all elementals, so why does it feel like she's the only one who would fall? Why does it feel like she's the only one who wouldn't be understood? I liked Fire Pit recently, she lies, accepting defeat. She should accept rejection gracefully. Really? I didn't expect that, the light says. It was a lie, so she shouldn't care, but it stings a bit. She knows the show is all spectacle, all but empty thematically, but when she's out, that's all she can focus on sometimes. It was fun, she says, because that's all one can say about the show. It was fun. Her true favorite is History of Water, but she can't say that. Most elementals don't care about humans or other old creatures. There's a crackle, and the Fizzes arrive at their spot. The shadow ordered a shadow kiss, since it's the Fizz inspired by shadows. It seemed like the safest choice. The light ordered a winter dash, perhaps inspired by new spring. The light fluffs up her tendrils. The shadow follows suit, thankful the light doesn't utter a toast out loud. As the shadow takes the Fizz, she hopes that she can at least end this encounter with dignity. The light takes half her Fizz, the shadow barely takes a tenth of hers. Later on, when the dark figure is alone with her frog-shaped shadows, she barely remembers the rest of the encounter.